I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to do it on the phone. My girlfriend's kids are asleep, and the side of the house doesn't get good Wi-Fi, so the computer's not working.
That's all good, brother. You got to do what you got to do when you're in lockdown. You know what I'm saying?
I see that. Yeah, I like your studio.
Oh, it's the laundry room.
Hey, that's cool.
It's a fake brick wall with one of those like walls that's like a partition to separate a room. Yeah.
Hey, it looks cool.
Thanks, man. How you holding up? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, so far I honestly don't know if I have it. I'm a neurotic Jew, man. So ever since I found out like there's someone tested positive who I was sitting next to, I'm like I have a little headache and my throat hurts, but I can
Exactly.
taste stuff and I feel fine.
Well, that's good.
So we'll quarantine because they said it takes like 5 days. So I'll test on like Thursday and hopefully it'll be negative.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. Other than that, how are you guys doing?
We're pretty good, man. I went through the same thing with Joey basically. Like he texted me fucking Christmas night at like 11 o'clock saying I got COVID, and I was like, okay, what do I do next? Because I was just there too, like the Tuesday before that,
Right? Yeah,
in the
yeah.
same room with
That's when
him.
we did the podcast. Like I was so
Yeah,
surprised because I called him. Did I call him Christmas night? Yeah, I think I called him Christmas night, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, it was Christmas because I felt bad because he was stuck in the basement by himself."
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Like we just talked yesterday or something. I think it was."
It's like two or
Um,
3 days later, I was like, fuck, man. And I was just at my like family's house, like, you know, doing Christmas crap, and it's like,
did you
fuck.
have it?
No, but I went and got tested because one of my brother-in-law is a was like a kind of like a nurse. He works in a hospital in the ER. So like whenever anything fucking happens with that shit, I'm like, fuck, let's call him, see what the hell he
Yeah.
thinks. So he was like, you got to go get one of those PCR tests or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Um, and then but you had to wait the 5 days and whatever. So I called around. I called. Actually, I went on the CVS website and just set up an appointment, the closest one, and it was exactly like 5 days from when I had gotten exposed. So I was like, fuck it, which was the Monday after Christmas. And then I waited till like Tuesday, Wednesday to get the results back, and they were negative. Thank God, man. Because just like you, keeping your mom safe and your girlfriend and her family too. That's the most important fucking thing, dude. We got two little babies that I don't been trying to like shield from this shit for fucking 2 years, man. It's like, when is
Right.
it
Yeah,
gonna
that's
end? You know?
it's crazy. That's what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm at her house, the kid, because we were at it was her kid's birthday party where
Yeah.
they tested positive. So
Oh,
we're well, the kids haven't. Luckily, it was her friend. But the kids, they still let them go to school because a close contact doesn't mean anything apparently for kids. So it'll make a difference if one of us tests positive,
yeah.
then it'll be a problem. But we'll find out.
It well my oldest goes to preschool, and their preschool is like pre-K to 8th grade, and a second
Wow.
grader got it like last weekend or some shit. So they closed down like first through, actually I think kindergarten through 8, and just had preschoolers coming in for Monday and Tuesday. I'm like, okay, I guess they're worth risking. Just I don't know why the whole rest of the fucking school ain't going, but who
I don't
knows,
know.
man.
Yeah,
It's just
they
a
they had a
just a
they had a
question.
COVID day out here. It doesn't make sense. They had no snow days anymore. It's COVID days.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. I I remember those days too, like the snow days and the days you'd wake up with like a little, you just didn't feel like fucking going to school, so you kind of like, Mom, can
Oh
I stay
yeah,
home and
Ferris
watch
Bueller.
Price is Right and what the hell else did I watch back in the day? Fucking
Jerry
Gilligan's
Springer.
Island and yes, Jerry Springer. And what's that? The
How old are you,
Wipeout show.
Mikey?
I just turned 40 in September.
Got it. Okay. God,
Yep,
something about
represent.
that Jersey hair. You look good.
Ah, and I got a couple lights shining on me, and plus, this fucking FaceTime or the Zoom thing has like a fix your face quality thing. I'm like,
Well,
I put it on a little tiny bit because I
it's
need it,
working.
dude. I got bags. I got bags.
I don't blame you. I've been playing with kids all day myself, and I only have them a couple times a month, so I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go to bed as soon as this is over.
Fuck, man. Every night is like that. We got between me and the fiance. We were like, all right, you got him. Time to go upstairs. It's fucking crazy.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
It is what it is, man. And you got that life kind of forming right now, and
We'll see. We've only been
good feeling.
dating for about 6 months, so it's still kind of new, but it's going really well so far. When are you guys getting married?
In September. So
Very nice.
So
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, September 30th. We're setting it up.
Where are you going? Where are you gonna do it?
There's a place in Jersey called Ocean City.
Okay.
So there's a hotel down there that she really liked. That I did sound like for a band at a wedding at the hotel that we're gonna be at. So.
Oh, cool.
I actually checked it out beforehand, so it's pretty
nice.
That's
badass, dude.
Yeah, we could do a little ceremony on the beach and then walk right into the hotel, have the reception in there. So
perfect. I love it.
Hopefully you'll come down and bring your +1, motherfucker.
I'll be there with a light envelope, but an envelope nonetheless.
No envelope, but hopefully you'll come before that so I can get that motherfucking hug before September. You know what I'm saying? After this little scare's over, you better make a little trek down here, like Joey said.
I'll be there whenever he wants. I still don't even know where he lives. I felt bad. I called him. We've been playing phone tag, and then I called him on Saturday, and I forgot. I asked him when we did the podcast. I said, "Hey, send me your address. I want to send Mercy a card or something." And he, of course, he didn't.
I'm sure he wouldn't care if you had it, so I can give you that shit.
Oh no! I'm not. I thought about like, oh, maybe I'll text his wife, but I don't want to go around.
I'll give you. I'll be your courier. Just send it over to me.
I probably.
You know how much shit I bring? Like most of the shit I bring like every time we do an episode. So like, because I don't really leave any of the stuff there because I don't edit it at his house, so I like bring it home. So I'm used to bringing everything there, you know.
I will from now on. I'm sure I'll know where he lives by next birth. I felt I knew him before he had Mercy, and I spoke to her on the phone, and she's just so old now.
Yeah, little wee. She called you wee back in the day.
That's funny. Yeah, she slammed the door in my face. She's like, "Yeah, I've had enough of you."
I was just actually I would put together the clips of the church I had. I was doing the episode with Andrew Dice Clay, and then when Mercy and Terry came in and they met and everything, that was so cool. He like tilted the camera over and like zoomed in on her and shit. She's gonna remember that fucking forever, dude. That is really fucking awesome.
Yeah, Andrew's a nice guy.
Yeah. Mercy's not really around that much when I go there. Most of the time when I get there, Joey's like telling them to go to the park or go to a movie or some shit. So most of the time I get there,
take a walk.
Yeah, go take a walk. I'm waiting for us to go take a walk. Jesus,
that's funny. How often do you guys record? Twice a week?
Yeah, I go up there Sundays and Tuesdays, obviously.
Oh, you have a schedule? That's fun. My schedule was you call me. We have an episode at 8.
Yeah, dude, I remember trying to like get him to let me know like who's gonna be on so I can like make a poster for the morning of so it's ready and ready to go. Never heard about that.
What were the questions, Mikey? There's no questions.
What's the fucking questions? I get told usually like who's gonna be on like when I get there that morning.
Oh yeah.
He just usually figures out the time and then just lets me know that like at least sometimes Sunday when I'm there Sunday he knows for Tuesday what time. But sometimes, I don't know. I hear from him like Monday night, and it's all good. Either way, I tell him like I'm fucking open. I'll be here at 6 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Trust me, you're up.
Yeah. Well, we're up all night lately, dude. I don't know how old your girlfriend's kids are, but the baby is fucking teething right now. So like,
yeah, I never loved.
Ugh.
Luckily, I haven't had that. They're 6 and literally just turned 4 last weekend.
Oh, you're
The
lucky.
the
Yeah,
four the 4-year-old doesn't like being by herself, so I was gonna get a hotel room. I was thinking about it, but it's like I was being a little bit cheap, and then it's nice to spend time with the girlfriend and the kids.
yeah.
But the girlfriend, because I have to work during the day, so the girlfriend like sat them down and was like, "Hey, can't bother Lee," and also like the 4-year-old will like whenever she woke up, if she was in her room by herself, she just got scared, so she'd come and wake up the mom or like try to sneak in the bed, and so the last couple nights they're sharing a room, which has been last night. Knock on wood. Hopefully, it doesn't happen tonight. Also, knock on wood. The 4-year-old hasn't come in, so I'm gonna have to buy. I told the 6-year-old this morning I'm gonna buy her a car. Um, look, I got a decade until that happens.
That's true. You got a little while to save up.
Yeah, Jesus, that's fine. I had a girlfriend in like it wasn't even really a girl. It was like a middle school version of a girlfriend. Like we took walks and like we took our dogs on walks. But one day she told me she was gonna buy me a car, and for some reason I was just so naive, and I was like, "Oh shit, she's buying me a car!" And she came and had like a toy car. I was so pissed. I was like, "You son of a! I hate you."
Like, I fucking hate you. What is your
Yeah,
problem?
and I was like, "You're not buying me a car." She's like, "Yes, I am." And I was like, so I got so pumped. I was like, I don't even think I was nowhere near 16. Now that I think it's crazy how stupid we were.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when I was like 8, maybe even younger. My mom, I don't know what she was thinking, but she drove with. Did you ever drive with your brother in the front seat with one seatbelt on back in the day, like when you were real little? But like
I
this is
don't
the
think
'80s for
I
me,
don't
so
think
I'm a
we had a
little ahead of
bench.
you.
I don't think we had a bench. What we did have, and I was thinking about it today. I forget why. My mom had a couple station wagons, and they had the seat in the trunk,
That face
and we
backwards.
we called it the way back.
Yeah, the way back seat. Yeah.
The way
Well,
back seat, and we would fight over it. We would love that seat.
oh yeah,
So
my
I
grandmother had a wagon that had one of those in it, but my mom would put us right in the passenger seat, two of us, because we were that little, and put the seatbelt. She did that one day. Went to a store and left the car running. I think
Oh, you pulled
with
the
us
Ricky
in the front.
Bobby?
My dumbass took the the stick and put it just like in neutral or reverse or something like that. And me and my brother started going backwards. We ended up hitting like a truck, like bumping into a truck. But the
Oh,
truck was like
Jesus.
blocking us from a fucking gas station. If he didn't have the truck there, we would have went into like a gas pump.
Jesus.
So that would have been
Well,
pretty
I'm sure. I'm
crazy.
sure. I'm sure you still have black and blue marks from that, from your
I
mom
don't.
spanking you after that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember like too much smacking. My mom would do the thing with the ring. She would take her wedding ring, and whenever we'd get like pissed off about shit, or she would get pissed off because we're not listening to her, or whatever, she turned the ring around because of the diamonds, so it was just like the metal part, so that she could backhand you without like making a cut on your face.
Oh yeah. Oh, wow. That's fun. I like my
Like, oh,
my very rarely. I got a couple of spankings, a couple smacks across the face. Very, very minimal. It's and trust me, after dating my girlfriend for 6 months, she doesn't hit her kids, and I
mm-mm.
would never. But I can understand where it's like you can get frustrated, especially when there's two of them, and
Yeah,
like they're just not listening. And it's
yeah,
like I can understand that impulse, but I probably it's tough because I feel like kids have the sense when they're being too annoying, and then they'll say something real cute like, "Can I give you a hug?" And it's like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay, all right."
Once in a while, they'll catch themselves like, ah, damn, baby, I should stop getting on his nerves for a second.
Yeah, let me be real cute and draw him a picture.
He's about to
Um,
blow up.
yeah, he's that's funny. And
Yeah,
how old are your kids?
well, 4 and 1, and the 4 year
Wow.
old is like just starting that stuff where he's like pushing buttons, and then now that the little brother is like, he's walking around kind of jibber jabbing, not really talking, but he's like pushing him a little bit here and there, because he's always annoyed when the baby comes over and steals his toys.
Oh yeah, there's big fights about where they're sitting, and then the both of them are obsessed with poop. They like to say that they're gonna poop on my head. They call me a little bum bum. Oh god.
My son loves farting.
Tonight during dinner, they're like, "You're gonna eat poop." I'm like, I don't normally talk about poop this much when I'm eating.
I just actually taught my son by accident how to say "holy crap" after like something happened,
no.
and he was sitting on the toilet and he pooped and a little chunk came out and he was like, "Holy crap!"
That's fine. I had a Jewish version of that. I said "oi," and they both started going "oi, oi, oi, oi." I was like, "Oh boy, you're gonna be honorary Jews pretty soon."
Yeah, a little punk rock band and shit.
Oh jeez, oi, oi, oi.
One time he said that he had like a long one that like went down into the bottom of the toilet, and he's like, "Dad, look."
Those are the best.
He's like, "Dad," because you couldn't see the end of it. He's like, "Dad, look, my poop. It's going on. It's a bridge to the other side."
That's funny.
They say the craziest shit, man. It's so funny.
I'm gonna be. I'm 33 and a half, pretty much, and I still think poops are hysterical and great, so I don't blame him.
Yeah. Joey just started farting in front of me after he told you that
just
he doesn't.
Now,
dude, he fucking. I don't know. He like the episode because we record the podcast, like the Zoom part, and then we go back into the back room and record the beginning, the end, and the ads and all that shit. Right. So like by the time he got back to that room, shit changed.
Well, wait until he starts angling his chair so it gets you, and then you're stuck and you gotta sit. I would just breathe. He got me a bunch, but he would say, and sometimes it would backfire and go in my mouth, but for the most part, I would just not breathe through my nose and breathe through my mouth. But he farting, and he would purposely eat fish on nights that we did the podcast. He would do it on purpose. I'm 100% sure that it was malicious, and God,
it was intentional.
And I had no way to get out. The way the studio was set up, the table was against
you had to go
wall.
around.
Yeah, and he was on the end, so I couldn't get away from it.
That's hilarious.
I was too fat to jump over the table. So,
dude, he wants to turn the room around and like make the table bigger. I don't know what his exact plans are for like having people over and shit, but I feel like he feels a little better now that he got the vid and is pretty much over it. But
okay,
I don't know. We're probably gonna do these Zooms up for a little while, I think.
It's just so easy. It is better in person, but then you have to wait. People are late. They don't know where to park. I mean, it's at his house, so it might be a little bit different. But I don't know where. I know he lives outside of the city, so people coming from the city will be late. The train will be late.
I know that's going to be a nightmare.
Zoom just make it so much easy. People will make you sit there for hours. They'll cancel on you 5 minutes before they're supposed to be there. It's Zoom is making it so much. I'm sure it happens to you on Zoom. I guarantee someone's canceled on you like an hour before the thing.
Yeah, there's been a few where I got there and he's like, "Yeah, we're not doing it today. We're going in the back." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. I don't really question it. I just whatever.
That's the benefit. You can just do whatever you got to do.
But luckily, he can just sit there and rant about whatever the fuck's on his mind, man. It's crazy.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He's it would have been, if I could have. I probably exist somehow, but it would have been a great podcast had I recorded our phone calls for all those years, because he would call there was like a 3 or 4 year period where he would call me at 6 a.m. every day.
Oh my God.
I mean, what are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm asleep. It's 6 a.m. And he would just go off. Like, everything that he said on the videos, he would say to me, "You gotta fucking douche. You gotta push. You gotta grind." Like, and I'm like, "Dude, it's 6 a.m. and I'm still high. I got home 3 hours ago from the studio."
Oh my God, I can't even imagine, man. That's the one thing. Like I tried to like keep up with you guys on smoking and stuff. Like back when the church was on, dude. I remember when I first started or watching it. I first started like it was like the church was a fucking drug. When I first started watching you guys, I fucking would smoke along with you.
There was contact highs, of course.
There was, dude, because I wouldn't. Sometimes I honestly would not watch an episode if I ran out of weed.
That's
like
funny.
I'd push it off until I got it, and then because I tried watching it when I was sober or listening when I was sober,
and you're like, what's going on here? What's so funny? And then you get weed.
No, it's still funny, but like for me, I enjoyed it a lot more if I was in that zone and I felt like I was like with you guys. You know what I mean?
Well, you probably remember more of it than I do, to be honest.
I probably do now that I like put the clips up in there and I'm watching those all the time now too. But yeah,
people would come on and I'd be like, "Hey, nice to meet you." I've been on like a couple times. I'm like, I don't remember that.
You know what? I did that to somebody that we had on. I think it might have been Josh Wolf, actually. We had Josh, boy. And I did work for him, like the posters and stuff. I met him at fucking Helium in Philly like a couple years ago, and he came on the episode. I swear to God, I think maybe I didn't say it's nice to finally see you, or maybe I just said it's nice to see you, but I felt like I said it's nice to finally see your face. But like then I got off the thing and I was like, oh fuck, I did meet him before.
Oh, it happens.
The impression
the nice
did
thing
not.
About Joey and his friends is a lot of them are stoners, so they forget too. So
yeah, it's all good.
Josh is a good guy, but yeah, there's a lot of my 20s that I don't really a little fuzzy.
That's what I'm talking about. With my 30s though, and my 20s, shit, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I did it the other night. I was smoking with my girlfriend. And we were going somewhere for Valentine's Day, and it was supposed to be a surprise. And I just said, "Hey, I'm really excited for dinner at this place." And she goes, "Oh, is that where we're going?" I was like, "Fuck!" The weed makes you forget. You're like, "Oh fuck, I forgot that was supposed to be a secret." Well, I guess you know where we're going now.
Yeah. Well, now both of you can enjoy it and like imagine the food before you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm excited. It's a nice steak place, like 20 minutes from where we are.
Oh, this is something that's happened. I thought you said that you.
No. I'm excited. I went there like 2 or 3 weeks ago, a month ago or something, and then I liked it. And she had mentioned that she'd been there before, so that's why I made reservations like 3 weeks ago. I was like, I'm not gonna be fucking. But it's one of the benefits of her having kids is we can't go out on actual Valentine's Day because it's a Monday, and the weekend before her ex has the kids. So we get to go out on Saturday, and then
nice.
Yeah, and then on actual Valentine's Day we'll go to like Red Robin or something with the kids.
Dude, Red Robin, yum. That's what I'm talking about. I love
Red Robin. Red Robin is pretty. I didn't get recognized often, but every once in a while I would. And I went to Red Robin with my ex, and the chef. Which I don't know if you can count him as a chef. No disrespect to Red Robin. Maybe you are a chef.
Dude, they call themselves that, and they make the people that work there call them chef, like not even by their name. Some places.
So anywhere with all you can eat steak fries, I like. And the guy came out. Was like, "Are you Lee?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was really nice. But we got a ton of fries. We got some good ass bread. I like Red Robin.
Hell yeah.
So I'll take it. I'll take it as much as I can.
That's our people, man. That's podcast. That's where I came from. Like working at restaurants and shit. Like listening to stuff in your head, and it's just a whole group of people, man. It's weird that like
who listen to podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different groups of people that listen, but the one that I came from was like you're sitting at a cubicle or like you're working on a line at a restaurant, and you're just making orders and chopping shit up and just got headphones in and you're fucking listening to shit, you know?
That's how I found Joey. I was working at a post-production job, and my friend told me about the Rogan show, and I found that, and I had 50 or something hours a week to kill. My buddy would make fun of me because I always had earbuds in. He's like, "Take those things out." I'm like, I'm I'm doing. I'm here all day. I'm gonna listen, and yeah, that's why. I mean, I love podcasts. I believe in what they are, and I think they are great. But that's why they're popular, is because people have a long fucking day to kill. Now it's expanded now with YouTube and shit, and people watch it at home because cable sucks.
Yeah.
But they blew up because people are bored during the day.
Very. Even when they're
That
doing shit, like they're bored with like mindless work and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have a buddy on my Patreon who's a truck driver. Fucking drives 12 hours a
Yeah.
day, 6 days a week, probably 7 days a week sometimes. It's a lot of fucking time to just listen. And that's how I actually found podcasts. Is I was driving to LA from Boston, and somewhere around New Mexico, I think, Arkansas, New Mexico, you run out of radio stations. There's mariachi music and preachers. And
So you gotta
and
find a podcast to be done.
I was in a hotel. I think it was in Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. And someone on Facebook wrote about Doug Loves Movies and Smodcast, Kevin Smith. And I didn't even have I didn't even have an iPhone. I had an iPod, and I downloaded it, and I via USB dragged them over to my iPod.
Oh man, old school.
And yeah. Oh, I feel like an old. There was a. Oh, you have kids. Do you know about Bluey?
Yep. All day.
So yep. Bingo, mom.
I just ordered bingo, the squeeze one, because I got the Bluey squeeze one for Christmas, and the fucking bingo one was like 3 times as much as the Bluey one because it was out of stock.
Oh, that's why they have the show. They can sell toys, but for everyone who doesn't have kids, Bluey it's an Australian kid show, animated where dogs live their life and they learn life lessons.
Yeah,
and
great show.
They had an episode that I was watching this morning before they went to school, where they were like taking pictures of a puppet that the kid brought home from school. And they're like, "Oh, the puppet looks bored," and it's because they're with their phones. So they put the phones away, and they're like, "How are you going to take a picture of the puppet without your phone?" So the dad pulls out a Polaroid, and I like just explaining how I used to do iPods with the USB cables. I felt like that. Like, this is how I used to do it.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? We relate to the dad dog on Bluey.
I had a panic attack. There was an episode today where the kid, like their dad was waiting for some Chinese takeout, and the kids were causing a problem and dropping the food, and I was pissed. I had to walk away. I was like, I can't watch this. This is giving me anxiety. So I don't like people fucking with my takeout.
That show is hilarious though. Like if you sit there and pay attention to it, it's like got the adult humor just like any cartoon, but like I can't believe it's from like Disney picked it up.
Oh, is it really part of Disney?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, I have
There's
no idea.
There's a whole 2 seasons on Disney Plus, and Melissa looked it up. She was like, I gotta find out what's up. Like, can we find out if there's more? Because there's only 2 seasons. We keep watching the same it's like 80 shows almost, but still they're only
they're like
long.
6 minutes. Yeah.
So I think they're coming out with like another 2 seasons. Like they're in the middle of making them in Australia. So hopefully we got more coming.
We missed our calling, Mike. We should have made kids content, because the kids content is so bad and they make so much money.
Oh my goodness! Between Bluey and Blippi, you heard of that guy?
I haven't seen Blippi yet. I've seen Spoogly the Square Pumpkin. I've seen
Coco Melon. There's one that's like for kind of like the littler kids, but
yeah, we watched Coco Melon the other day. We watched Coco Melon. We watched Encanto, which was actually really good.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Actually, I started watching it myself, and I tried to get my son to like watch it, but he was just.
Oh yeah, that actually doesn't give me anxiety, but it just and it's like a mixture of anxiety and annoyance. When I like watch a show, like I like to actually watch it, and they put it on and then they do shit. Like the 6-year-old, her birthday's in March, and she's like, I'm gonna have a Lilo and Stitch birthday party. And I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. So I was like, let's throw it on. So they put it on, and then they're talking and they're playing. I'm like, I'm missing key
Key
plot
moments.
points for Lilo and Stitch. What happened with Stitch? And I so I don't. It's just something I have to get used to with them. But it's fun. It's fun watching them have fun, and
Yeah.
it's nice being a potential stepdad because I see them about 4 days a month. They have fun. We play. I don't have to yell at them. I've never really had to. I like raise my voice a little bit, just like, hey, listen to your mom. That's all. That's the extent of my.
Dude, at first, like, I would imagine it would almost feel weird to like do that.
Very
You
weird,
know?
very weird, and I still don't really do it. I'm like, I pretty much all I ever say is, hey, listen, do what your mom said.
Yeah.
And
Go
they're
ask
like,
your
eh.
mom. Go ask your mom.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, I'm gonna poop on your head. I'm like, one of them, the 4-year-old farted on my chest.
Yeah, they do. Dude, they will do that when they don't even know they're doing that. The 4-year-old is
Oh,
now
she
starting
knew
to
what she
like
was
being
doing.
able to. She's like ready to, or he's like ready to, like he cocks it, and goes over to you, and he like you could see him like
Oh, I
squeezing it
thought
out on you.
I would have expected that with boys. With little girls, I had no idea that poop humor was just funny. Poop humor crosses all boundaries. There's no sex or age or
No,
creed.
especially when you're little,
Everyone
it's
likes
all good.
jokes.
Fuck
Hey,
yeah.
I laugh. It's always funny.
How I know that your vacation sucked,
Oh yeah.
basically in a roundabout way. But are you
Well,
going back anywhere soon? You getting any refunds? What's up with that?
well, I was born to complain. So I'm currently fighting at City. If you're watching, if you don't give me some of my money back, I'm gonna cancel that credit card. And I'm petty. I'm going to. I'm fighting it. I don't. We'll see if I don't think we'll get everything back, but we already got $400 each back for the flights.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, so that's nice. And then I'm hoping we'll get a good chunk of it back. As far and it's like Joey was it like we didn't take a break for the first 6 years. I think out of the 8, we never didn't take Christmas off.
Yeah.
Um,
I couldn't
and
believe
then
we did this year,
yeah.
but
Well, I think probably
luckily.
because of COVID, to be honest.
Well,
Um,
he didn't know at first, but
oh, okay, that's
we
funny.
took off
Well,
already. It was weird.
we took to the last 2 years. We took a week off. I think we pre-recorded or something. Um, but Joey and like I felt it's kind of I don't know if you're at this point yet with Joey. It's almost kind of annoying when he's right. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
because
like
you're like
God damn.
excited and you want to fucking go and do it, and
He's like yeah. Well, like with Subway, it's like you can know Subway. Like, well, Subway's okay, but then you're like the tuna's not real. Like he doesn't tell you why it's gonna be right. And he was always against vacations. And then I go on this my first vacation in a decade, and the food is worse than fucking. I would have killed someone for Subway. The food, the
yeah,
way the food was at this
Jersey
place.
Mike's. Oh
Oh,
shit.
Jersey Mike's! I would have blown you for Jersey Mike's at this place with the video camera. I don't care. But yeah, it was terrible. If I if we take another vacation, we're thinking about maybe Vegas in May real quick for like a short, long weekend, and then I kind of want to go. We've been talking about maybe like Chicago in like the summertime, so it'll be
Yeah.
nice and but like my ideal vacation is kind of boring to a lot of people. I just want a nice hotel room and I want really good food. So
Definitely, wherever you are, you know, whether there's
so
a
I'm
beach
gonna
right outside or not.
I don't even need to be honest. I need a good Wi-Fi and I'll bring my Roku. That's all I really need. A good comfortable bed. Whenever I and it sucks because I gained like 14 pounds in 14 days. I've lost like 7 of it so far. But whenever I come down to see you guys, I think I'm gonna stay an extra day or two in the Jersey and the Philly area because I want to get Steve Simone told me about this place that they have cheesesteaks, but the bread's garlic bread.
Oh yeah, there's
So
a
that
couple of
sounds
pizza places around here that do that. Yeah.
yeah, I want to get that. I want to get I want to go to New Haven, Connecticut for Sally's Pizza. Sally's a Pizza, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few different things in that area that I need to because I've been like tonight I had fucking cauliflower. I eat more cauliflower rice than anyone in the world, I think. I have it almost every night
Oh my
and
god.
I have to pretend that it's good. So I've earned myself a little fucking
Do you
cheap.
ever have cauliflower pizza? Like the dough part is made out of it.
once. My ex convinced me to do it, and I think because the cauliflower rice isn't terrible. It makes me
Nah, it gets
think
goes
like
by.
if I put red pepper flakes and shit in it, like it's just like the texture. Like I need something like that
Yeah.
with like meat. I don't know why. Um, Cauliflower pizza was one of the most disgusting things I've ever tried. Like it was that, and she tried really hard. It wasn't anything she did bad, but she actually like got like a head of cauliflower and like cut it up and then put it through the food
Oh
processor.
yeah,
Like,
that's
and
what we did too. Roll it
she
out.
tried really, and she really it wasn't anything that she did wrong. It was just it was so. It was like I'm just I'm fat, man. I'll eat bad pizza. When I got really I was already fat, but I gained a lot of weight during COVID because they kept telling us that we weren't going to be allowed to leave the house. That's what I
Yeah.
kept hearing. So I would order Domino's where they have like the $5 and you get like the pizza, and I would literally order like 4 or 5 pizzas, eat one of them, and then put the rest of them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. And then like every night I was like half just a fat guy, but then the other half I was like stress eating. So like I had like those pizzas every night for like a week, and
Yeah.
I just do it again. So I'll eat shitty pizza, but cauliflower pizza is not my jam.
No.
You're how are you? How do you smoke so much weed and stay skinny? I don't know.
I don't. I must have a good metabolism or something, but I do have a fucking weird thing. Like I found out that I have diverticulitis a little bit,
Oh,
and
I'm
it
sorry. Are you okay?
yeah, it's manageable. Like it's not like
Isn't
I'm
that what Brock Lesnar has or
does he?
had?
I don't know. It's like it's
Yeah.
a thing in your gut, like does some kind of disease with your gut that your shit gets inflamed, and depending on what you eat. So I gotta watch what I eat and shit. But like I'll just
Oh
get
man.
into like
Sorry.
I had to get the colonoscopy for the first
Ooh,
time last year, which was a fucking event in itself. But
ooh, I've gotten the finger up the butt like twice, but I haven't got a tube up the butt yet.
dude, luckily I was asleep. I don't know. It's
Do you
have you
say
ever been
weird
put?
shit when you're asleep?
No, I don't know. I don't. They didn't record me or anything. They didn't tell me I did.
I'm just worried about being like I like penis, or I don't know what I'm gonna
Either
say
way, it's
after.
just nurses and doctors, so I'm sure they hear other shit. But like,
Well,
have you ever been put under for anything that you remember?
yeah, 2 things. I got put under for wisdom teeth, and
Uh,
I had a birthmark on my leg. I actually my leg, half of my right leg, not half of it, but like half of my thigh on my right leg is like numb because I had this birthmark that was like fucking big. It was like this,
yeah,
and it looked like a pear, and it was hairy. It was weird. There was no cancer or anything, but it was just weird. And in it was definitely middle school. I forget what grade I was in. I got to take it off, but because I'm so fucking short, middle school, the lockers, they had top lockers and bottom lockers, and I was like, I need a motherfucking bottom locker because I can't see over the top locker thing. I won't be able to see what my code is.
yeah.
And I got the surgery, and they didn't tell us, but it makes sense now that I think about it. I remember I was wearing shorts, and I bent down on one knee like I was proposing to my locker, and I went down on one knee and pop 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 pop, and all the stitches popped. So
Uh,
my right thigh is a little bit numb. Um, so that those 2 things I think were the only times I ever got put under. How about other than the colonoscopy? How about you?
that was it. Just a colonoscopy, and then like 2 years before that, I had a half of one. I don't know. I forget. I forget what
How
the
do you
hell
have half a colonoscopy?
they only shove it up so far, and they only
Like
check like the
finger?
beginning
I don't
part.
think they might have done something to you, man. When I got the finger up the butt, no one put me under.
Well, I got the finger to the butt, like when you go to the. Actually, no, they didn't even like put. Yes, the first time I did when they did the half a colonoscopy thing, endoscopy or something. I don't know. I forget what the hell it's called,
Okay,
but it
I
just
think
goes
that's
like
through the mouth. I think someone did something
yes,
to
yeah.
you.
All right, I'm saying the wrong shit. But the first time I went, they only shoved it up like to the first part of the large intestine or whatever, small intestine, whatever the fuck is closest to the anus. So they didn't find anything, but like, what's that shit called? That are usually benign or not, the little polyps. They found
Yeah.
one or two of those, swiped them motherfuckers out, and then I didn't go for like 2 years, and then I went back and because I was having problems going to the bathroom, I got just like you said when you told Joey that you had your first hemorrhoid. I was like, join the motherfucking club.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
they're the worst, man. I have an internal one, so like almost every time that I go. Which I don't care, internet world, you fucking know this shit. Every time I go, it like comes out and you gotta like put it back in,
Oh no.
It's like one of those
I
ones.
think I think I might have some internal ones, but since I've been trying to lose weight, I'm changing my weigh-in day. It used to be Tuesdays, but it's gonna be Fridays from now on. But I got competitive, so like in a year plus of doing it, there were 2 weeks. 1 week I maintained, and 1 week I gained like half a pound. Other than that, I lost weight every week. But I'd get like kind of obsessive about it. And there was one day I was just like, I need to shit this out. So I was just pushing too hard, and I went to wipe, and I felt like a little friend down there. I was like, oh,
Little bloop.
time for preparation H. And sticking that thing in, whoever designed that knows exactly how big that butthole is because it went in real quick and didn't hurt. I was worried about it, but it went boop, it went right in.
I've never actually used that little thing. I guess I should. I usually just put a little
was
prep H
wonderful.
on the toilet paper and like wipe it and then kind of
Oh, that's probably better because, to be honest, I didn't do a great job cleaning that little applicator thing. I mean, I did as good as you can, but
that's the only reason why. Because I'm like, do I do this once and throw it out, or I'm not even gonna use it at all.
I just kept sticking it in, and squeezing, and this is disgusting.
But yeah, those are the only two things that I've had to go out for, and I was older, so like I was aware and I remember it like vividly, like just watching that white juice flow down the little tube, and then by the time like half of the juice is gone, you're like, oh, like just asleep. It's such a weird feeling. It's almost like, have you ever done whippets like at a concert?
I have not. That's something I can safely say I've never done with it.
Yeah. Well, if you ever were in Philly and you left a concert at like one of the big stadiums and shit, you go outside and there's just people with tanks just filled with nitrous, and they're just selling balloons like $5 a piece. One time I fucking saw one guy and he got beat up, and like we got to our car with our balloons and we sat in. Everybody's in their car with balloons like this, and the fucking car seat's going whatever. And then we see like one of the canisters, one of the nitrous tanks, just rolling down the parking lot, and like two dudes chasing it, fighting each other for it. We're like, oh my god, this is fucking crazy. But anyway, the feeling you get when you do that, it's like a numbing kind of feeling. You like hold it in, and you kind of just like go, huh. And then you start hearing like that Charlie Brown like wah 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 wah, and then you start drooling if it's really good. But it was like that.
Sounds like a blast. That's
something that you should not do, and it's definitely something that you shouldn't do like on a consistent basis. At a concert, when I bought like a $5 or $10 worth, I was like, you know what? I'm young only once. Whatever.
I worked at CVS and we had problems with people stealing those like canned air things.
Yeah, this girl I knew used to fucking do that. That's an addiction that is fucked up. It's like almost like huffing marker, like permanent markers or some shit. It's like,
oof.
But it works. It does work.
With that. Edibles is fine.
Shit, I remember a friend when I was young. He used to take Lysol and just put a towel over the top of it and spray the Lysol like that. I'm like, what the fuck, dude, are you doing? It tastes like cleaner. And are you getting fucked up from that? I don't know. But you're pretty stupid, and I don't feel like hanging out with you anymore.
Yeah, no. My mom said I can't hang out with people who eat Lysol. That's a pretty safe bet.
Only if they're feeding it to you in your soup and you don't know it,
That's all. That's the only way you can get away with it.
The sixth sense. But Yeah, dude. All I could say is stay safe and just hopefully the crossover event of the year, Deltacron, doesn't hit us.
Oh, it's never gonna end. We're just gonna have every 6 months or so we're gonna have to quarantine. I
Yep.
I'm I I'm gonna be as safe as I can, but I'm not gonna just live at home forever. And Joe, you heard it. Joey would give me shit for being a boring person that doesn't. I don't mind staying at home most of the time,
Yeah.
but I'm, I'm not gonna stay at home forever. So
Hell no.
I'll get my back. I'm all boosted. I got everything. I'll be as careful. I don't mind wearing. I don't love it, but I'll wear a mask when I have to. And
It helps me feel a little safer, I think. Like, even though I'm vaccinated, I haven't gotten boosted yet, but like, just with everything going around, I feel safer just putting one on going into a convenience store or whatever, you know.
yeah,
Um,
I got a little bit. I don't know what the word is. I just stopped wearing it almost all the time. Like it's in the stores, restaurants. I kind of stopped, and luckily to this birthday party, I wore it because it was like a real small
oh
little
yeah,
paint studio. I was like, man, this seems like maybe I should, and luckily I did. So
that's
you
good,
know
man.
what? I hope you guys are safe. I'm sure we'll see the cases are going way up, and you know how Joey is. He'll say we should come down, and I'll be down there in 6 months. But whenever I come down, I'll be excited to give you that long awaited hug.
Well, please do. I can't fucking wait, man. Thank you,
Absolutely, thank you, and
and thank you
everybody
again,
listen.
because you. One final thing. When I had you on before, it was just audio, so nobody ever got to see me thank you. So I want to tell you, thank you for fucking showing me the way, basically. You know, you fuck just like I said before, like that 80s or no, it's the early 90s drug commercial. I learned it from watching you.
Well, you're
So,
very welcome, but you're doing a great job. I all I did was get high and press record. That's all I don't know what I did, but I'm very happy that I did it, and I'm happy that you and Joey are doing so well. You're doing great. Everybody listen to the more episodes of the One by One podcast. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter. And I love you, Mikey.
thanks, brother. I love you. Be
I'll
safe.
see.
Tell the missus and the kiddies that said hi, and I'll see
I
you
will.
soon, man.
I'll see you soon, buddy.
All right, love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Peace.
Is this Mike Klein? Is this Mikey Klein?
What's up, brother?
Hey, buddy, how's it going? I've never used FaceTime audio. You're not on speaker. I hope this sounds okay.
No, that sounds good. Sounds
Perfect.
good. Yeah, man. It's a new way that I don't know if I dreamed it up myself, but the way that I have my audio set up is pretty primitive. I think it's like I just have a USB interface with two mic inputs, and then one mic cable is like XLR on one side and 1/8 inch on the other, or 1/4 inch on the other side, and then I have a little 1/8 inch adapter that I plug right into the headphone jack of the phone. And it
You
sounds
could even
good.
get XLR to 1/8 millimeter because sometimes those adapters break. I always try to get just a cable already made for it, but yeah, that works fine.
Oh yeah, true. I just had this, so I've just been rolling with it.
Oh no, but if it works, great. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's pretty good. It's I don't know. I kind of like. First of all, thank you for giving me your time, dude. It's an honor to have you.
Of course. Are we rolling?
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Perfect. I like your style.
Yeah. Well, as the old drug commercials used to say, I learned it from watching you.
Oh, oh my god, hysterical. That's funny.
Yeah, I did though, dude. Like that's why another reason why I want to thank you is because you and Joey basically are the ones, like besides Joe Rogan, like, you know, are the ones who got me into fucking doing this shit.
and it's fun,
Well-
and it's really changed things. So
Well, thank you. I mean, that means a lot. It's